past and present, and honor with gratitude the land itself and the Dwamish tribe. Our city was named after the Dwamish leader, Chief Seattle. He was an impressive figure. He stood 6 feet tall. He was a fearsome warrior in his youth and a leader. He became a man of peace and tried to adapt to the new conditions. And he and his people were kind and generous to the white settlers. And so they named this city after him. And then they passed Ordinance 5 that expelled all natives from residence in the town that was just named for their chief, unless they were employed by and housed by white settlers. So yeah, I'm sorry, that was just a small historic footnote of irony and hypocrisy and cruelty. And just a tiny part of the cheating, lies, disease, war, and land theft that Native people experienced. The Dwamish are still here and they are still fighting for justice. They are not recognized by the federal government, despite the Treaty of Point Elliott that they signed in 1855, which promised them land, healthcare, education, and fishing rights. To help right this wrong, I invite you to go to realrentdwamish.org and sign the petition for their federal recognition. And while you are there, if you have a little money to spare, consider paying them a little real rent. So I'd just like to end with the words attributed to Chief Seattle from his famous speech in 1854, that every part of this soil is sacred in the estimation of my people. Every hillside, every valley, every plain, every grove has been hallowed by some sad or happy event in the days long vanished. Even the rocks, which seem to be dumb and dead in the swelter of the sun along the silent shore, thrill with the memories of stirring events connected with the lives of my people. And the very dust on which you stand now responds more lovingly to their footsteps than yours, because it is rich with the blood of our ancestors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Margot.
Hey, can I film you guys?
So happy to be out here again, week after week after week. Welcome again to Federal Building Fridays. All right, and so today we're out here, and I think everyone is aware that in Seattle, at this very location, very recently, there's been a lot of political repression by the police to stop people from speaking out, and we are not going to stop speaking out. Yes. And also, we're so happy to be here in solidarity with the federal workers inside this building who are having to work under these conditions where they are facing threats to their jobs, facing threats to the services that they provide to our communities. We're also in solidarity with the people who are being taken from their families, taken from our community by ICE, from inside the courtrooms, and where people are trying to do what they're supposed to do, follow the process in order to be here, legally, and they are being taken before they have the opportunity. So much of that is not right, and we are here to speak out, and then there's going to be a lot of other people who are here to speak out about that as well. So thank you so much for being a part of that. Are we speaking out? Tell me, we're speaking out. 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 They came for immigrants. We're speaking out. They came for abortion rights. We're speaking out. They came for trans folks. We're speaking out. They came for unions. works with the Pierce County Immigration Alliance, and is also here representing La Alianza. And they've been out here protesting at the federal building all week, and they're going to share a little bit more about what's happening and what we're doing about it.
Yeah.
Let's give them a round of hand.
How's everybody doing? So my name's Taliesin Crosby. I'm with the Immigration Alliance. I'm also a proud rank and file Teamster with Local 174. Can I get union power? Union power! Union power! Union power! That's right. Who here saw how the president of SEIU in California was locked up by ICE, brutalized? What do we think about that? That's right, but is he locked up right now? No, he has been released. And why is that? How did he get released? Because we were here. Because of people power. People power. Union power. Union power. That's right. When organized labor is under attack, what do we do? When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? Now let me tell you, I am sick and tired of the way that ICE has been terrorizing our communities. Can I get a fuck ICE? Fuck ICE! I'm sick and tired of ICE separating families. Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! I'm sick and tired of immigration terror being used to crush the labor movement, to crush the student movement. It's absolutely sickening. Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! That's right. Now the Pierce County Immigration Alliance, we are a chapter organization of the Legalization for All Network. And yesterday at approximately 6:30 in the morning, another member of the Legalization for All Network, Alejandro, was raided and arrested by the FBI. By the FBI! This was not just the LA County Sheriff. We know their pitch, right? This is sneak repression on a higher level. Now, I'm not going to talk about it too much because we're going to hear a little bit more about Alejandro's case, but, you know, the FBI is trying to say that he materially supported terrorism. You know what he did that they're calling terrorist behavior? He was handing out masks to protesters. Handing out masks to protesters, they consider that material support for terrorism. What do you think about that? You know what I think? I think ICE are the terrorists. ICE are the ones terrorizing our communities. I live in Tacoma, and 2 days ago, we got reports of ICE activity around the schools, around apartment complexes on Hosmer. Several of the members of the Immigration Alliance are educators, are union educators. And let me tell you, the fear and the panic that spread through the community like wildfire with these rumors of ICE activity, it was terrible, it was debilitating. Parents were afraid to come pick their children up from school because they thought they were going to get snatched. Kids at school were getting calls from their parents saying, "Don't come home, ICE is in our apartment
And
complex."
support.
That is terrorism! That's terrorism!
Support.
ICE are the terrorists. The Department of Homeland Security are the terrorists. SPD are the terrorists.
Everybody, let's go. Fuck SPD.
So let's set the record straight. I want to set the record straight. Handing out masks is not terrorism. Protesting is not a crime. Repeat after me. Protesting is not a crime.
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 It is right to rebel.
It is right to rebel.
It is right to rebel.
It is right to rebel. Oh, he broke the mic. He broke it.
That's okay, I'm loud. Let's keep it going. It is right to rebel.
It is right to rebel.
ICE can go to hell.
ICE can't go to hell.
It is right to rebel.
It is right to rebel.
ICE can go to hell.
ICE can't go to hell.
That's right, that's right. Thank you. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about what we're doing down in Tacoma. Our campaign down in Tacoma right now is ICE out of schools. Has anyone heard about our sheriff down in Pierce County, Keith Swank? Check, check. Anybody heard about Keith Swank? We have this rotten sheriff down in Pierce County. Nobody heard about him? Okay, let me tell you. So Keith Swank, our sheriff, has come out publicly and said, I don't care what Washington state law says. I don't care what Pierce County Council says. I want to collaborate with ICE. This man has been very clear. He wants to break the law to collaborate with ICE. Is that right?
No.
Is that right?
No.
So our campaign is ICE out of schools. We are building patrols to watch for ICE around the Pierce County schools. We're talking to the community. We're coordinating with the educators union, and we are taking the fight to school admin. Because right now, in unincorporated Pierce County, that's the Puyallup School District, the Bethel School District, and the Franklin Pierce School District, because these places are unincorporated, they have contracts with the sheriff. They have the sheriff's department in the schools, getting access to lists of students, their families, and Keith Swank has been very clear. He wants to use all of his resources to collaborate with ICE. We say ICE out of schools.
ICE out of schools.
Divest from ICE.
Divest from ICE.
That's right, and we're going to do it. We're taking the fight to admin. We are building a strong alliance between immigrants, labor activists, educators, families, and youth. We're going to kick ICE out of the schools, and we're going to strike real blows against the sheriff. A canceled contract means less money for a racist sheriff. Through campaigns like this, and through the courageous action here at the federal building down in LA, that we are slowly chipping away our government-reaching system of immigration terror. We are gumming up the machine and striking blows against ICE and their collaborators. And we have to keep going. We're not done. So I implore you, if you're from South Sound, join us in the Immigration Alliance and kicking the sheriff out of schools. If you're here in Seattle, I implore you, join the Seattle Alliance against racism and political oppression. We're right here from later. The Seattle Alliance is fighting for community control of the police. It's through campaigns like this that we can take the power back from our police, from our sheriff, from ICE, and put the power where it belongs, in the hands of the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Everybody that was here last week, raise your hand. Last week we heard from on sort of the front lines at Cal Anderson Park when they had that Christo-fascist rally a couple weeks ago, anti-LGBTQ Christo-fascist rally a couple weeks ago, and I met Dr. Kelly Brown there. Well, also that day, I was with Reverend Dr. Deonza Spalding Sekou, who I've known for a few years, but she was there standing face to face with SPD and Christian nationalist fascists. And she's here today, so I want to introduce Reverend Dr. Deonza Spalding Sekou of Valiant Mountain Fellowship. And I want to put in a little plug while I got the mic for Valiant Mountain. Sundays at the Rainier Arts Center at 11 a.m. I'll just say you'd be surprised.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I think we can do better than that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I want to thank Patrick and Sally and other organizers here for inviting me to be a part of this protest with you. I hear that you've been here every week since January. Yeah? And I thank you for that. And as Patrick has shared, I'm a pastor at Valiant Mountain Fellowship, and it's part of our tradition there that part of how we fight fascism and authoritarianism is through music and through joy and through solidarity, and we're a kind of talk back community, if you know what I'm saying. So I need you to talk back to me today. Can you do that? Yeah! And we've had some chants going, but I thought maybe we could do a little call and response song. How do you think about that? What do you feel about that? And I want us to think about when we're out at the Northwest Detention Center and we're calling for a shutdown of the Northwest Detention Center, we're not only there to ultimately shut down this facility that is detaining and imprisoning immigrant folks from our community, but we're also there to send a message inside that building to the people, yeah? Because sometimes when they're inside, they forget that, or they believe that maybe they're all alone. And so we believe we have a responsibility to send a message to them, to let them know they are not alone, yeah? And so today as we sing this song, I want to invite you for a couple of different reasons. One, sing out loud, right? Really loud. It'll help warm up your body. And two, it'll help us to get that message into that building, into those courtrooms. Can you do that with me? Okay, so sing the first line and then you repeat it after me, yeah? I can feel my heart beat. I can feel my heart beat. Beating to the rhythm of the freedom song. Beating to the rhythm of the freedom song. I can feel my heart beat. I can feel my heart beat. Beating to the rhythm of the freedom song. Beating to the rhythm of the freedom song. When I say yes to the beating beat. I can set my spirit free. I can set my spirit free. When I say yes to the beat in you, I can see our love shine through. I can see our love. Good warm up. Let's do it one more time. I can feel my heart beat. Sing it out. I can feel my heart beat. Beating to the rhythm of the freedom song. I can feel my heart beat. I can feel you can sing it out that. Beating to the rhythm of the freedom song. Beating to the rhythm of the freedom song. When I say yes to the beating beat. When I say yes to the beating beat. I can set my spirit free. I can set my spirit free. When I say our love shine through. Our love shine through. One of the things that we do at Valley Mountain is we hold trainings called Militant Nonviolent Civil Disobedience. And one of the core principles of our training is that we don't do this work because we simply just hate Donald Trump. I mean, we might. That might be some of it. But we do this work out of a deep, abiding love. That's why we can wake up every morning, because we believe that the people that are being targeted and detained, that they matter to us. We believe in their rights to find a path here and find safety and refuge here and to build a life here, right? And to have due process. Amen? Yeah. And so we have to remind ourselves, even when we're pissed as hell and angry, that is one way that we can express our love, and that we always have to come back rooted in that love. Yeah? So, on top of being a pastor at Valley Mountain, I'm also an organizer. I work with La Resistencia, who's at the Northwest Detention Center, who's been working tirelessly for the last 11 years to shut down the Northwest Detention Center. I work with Gabriela Seattle. It's a Filipina-led organization that works to fight for liberation for our people. And I work with Tongal Migrante. You can see that on my shirt here, which means defend migrants. And all of these organizers have been on the front lines, tirelessly fighting and advocating for the rights of immigrants. They resist and revolt authoritarian powers that dehumanize migrants. They show up outside the Northwest Detention Center, in the courts here, on the streets, and in Immigration Custom Enforcement Office in Tukwila. And as I said earlier, I'm also a pastor in Seattle, and it is part of our tradition. We have a part of our tradition there that we call creative liberation, and that tradition requires us, it calls us to stand with those that are most vulnerable and at risk in our communities. Those that are catching hell from the state, not only to care and protect, but to fight so that all might be liberated here in the United States, in Gaza, and all over the world. That being said, I come to you today not only as an organizer and a pastor, but as a granddaughter of a man who immigrated here in the 1940s from the Philippines. I can tell you firsthand that migrating to the United States is no cakewalk. Despite what we are fed by the media and Donald Trump, immigrants are not criminals. Immigrants are not here to steal our jobs. Immigrants are not trying to take away our resources. Immigrants come here with a dream. For my grandmother, he came with a very simple, human dream. He came, one that I think you can relate to. He wanted to be able to work and eat. And if his dreams of having a family were to be realized, he wanted to be able to feed his family too. Even now, of the 110 million Filipinos worldwide, 75% of us live in poverty. My grandfather also longed for safety. He wanted to be free of the tyranny and violence from US colonizers and military occupation in the Philippines. and is the case for much of the global South. He was fed this idea of the American dream, a place of safety and where what you work for you could keep to nourish your own family and to nourish your own hopes and dreams. But as many immigrants find out, my grandfather learned too that the American dream is not just a myth. It's an actual nightmare. The immigration crisis we're seeing today is nothing new. It's just another chapter of this nightmare. From the Chinese Exclusion Act to the Page Act, making it illegal for Chinese, Koreans, and Japanese people to immigrate here, to the Japanese concentration camps, immigrants have faced violence and racism. If you've ever wondered why there isn't an international district in Tacoma, it was after the Chinese Exclusion Act that Chinese men, women, and children's homes were burned down and they were chased out of Tacoma. In Yakima, Filipino migrant workers were beaten, some killed, and chased out of town. For many who were able to stay, their labor was exploited, keeping them in a perpetual state of poverty. And despite all the disrespect and harm immigrants face, they keep their hearts and minds open to serve this country. The year after my grandfather immigrated to Hawaii, he was enlisted in the United States Army, ready to serve, ready to participate in this experiment we call the United States of America. As we enter this next iteration of the United States immigration nightmare, and the federal government sends more ICE agents to our city, I urge you to make a decision today about how you will continue to stand with us and fight authoritarianism that seeks to erase all Black and brown people. Just last week, I showed up to an elementary school during their graduation ceremony. Parents ran out of the building, having to leave their children behind. Children were clinging to their teachers' legs, scared about whether or not they would see their parents again and what they would find when they returned home. I don't know if you've seen, but there are videos that are showing children in courtrooms representing themselves because their parents have already been separated from them and deported. This administration is destroying families. And we here must fight for our families and for our children, yeah? Families have the right to be together, and so we must fight for that right, yeah? Immigrants have the right for due process, and so we must fight for that right. Humans have the right to medical care and proper nutrition when they are detained, and we must fight for those rights. If LA is any indication of what is to come, we must be ready. They are here, and they are coming. And so I ask you to stay vigilant with us. Will you stay vigilant with us? Will you stay awake? Will you prepare? Because you may be called in ways you never imagined. And so will you be ready with us? Though this regime is doing everything to exhaust and confuse and overwhelm us with their relentless attacks, we got this if we can stand together. And maybe you're like me. I've lost faith in this country's systems. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you've lost faith in even if there is a God. But what I do have faith in is in the people. In the community. in collective care. It's us coming together. It's us standing together. It's us struggling together. It's us fighting together. I believe in us. Those that are here, those that are in those courtrooms today, I believe in us. And I believe that we can protect us if we show up. Are you ready with me? And I believe in the deepest, deepest well of my soul that when we fight, we win. Yeah? That when we fight, what? That when we fight, that when we fight, that when we fight, that when we fight, amen.
Thank you, Dr. Spalding. Sekou. One quick announcement from one musician, and then one song.
Hey, it's great to see everybody out here again. The signs are clever, the speeches are inspirational, but we all know it's going to take more than clever signs and little demonstrations. It's going to take a generational effort. It's going to take the rest of our lives and the next generation. And those aspirational words, I would like to introduce the Seattle League of Activist Musicians. We are pretty successfully recruiting musicians around town to participate in these sort of things. And that's our little initiative to improve organizational skills around this town. But we all need to step and do that sort of thing. And if you are a musician, would like to be a musician, know a musician, please talk to me, Tony here, and we'll set you up. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to play Solidarity Forever, because that's a good idea.
Solidarity Forever it has words.
I like to be a musician. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate everybody and their different systems of opinion. All your opinions matter.
Thank you, Labor Cause. Thank you, Anti-Fascist Marching Band. Solidarity forever. We're going to real quick run through the schedule of events for the week coming up. If there's things that I don't have on the schedule, you'll run in and let me know. I know somebody had something and I can't remember what. So, we're here today. These folks, you heard from Taliesin, we may hear from a couple of others. They're all around. These folks are going to be here all week maintaining an anti-fascist, anti-ICE presence in the federal building all week. So say hi and bring them some stuff because it gets cold at night and it gets hungry in the daytime. So thank you. Saturday, tomorrow, if you can't get out of Renton, there's a Tesla takedown in Renton that's got your name on it from 10 a.m. to noon. And I think it's the only Tesla takedown in town tomorrow because of No King's Day. So from 10:30 to noon at the AMP Plaza, which is right across from the northwest corner of Cal Anderson Park, is going to be the No King's Defiance Sing by the Seattle Street Choir. And join them, sing, let your Elvis out. And then at noon, at Cal Anderson is what we've been waiting for weeks, No King's Day. Because as we keep saying, what part of no damn kings do these people not understand? No damn kings. No damn kings. No damn kings. Kings. No damn kings. No damn kings. So that rally is at Cal Anderson at noon. At 1 o'clock is the march to Seattle Center. There's also a No Kings in Tacoma, in Olympia, in Renton, in Shoreline, and Kirkland. Where else? On the ferries. Okay. At the UW, yeah, at the UW. 11 a.m. at the UW. So, where? Bremerton. West Seattle. Vashon Island. In Clickitat County. What is it called?
The town is called Vinton and White Salmon.
Oh, White Salmon. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, also tomorrow, if, say, you don't like crowds, or you want to celebrate Juneteenth with Sarah. Tell us what SARA stands for. Puget Sound Advocates. Puget Sound Advocates for Retirement Action is doing their Juneteenth celebration at New Hope Missionary Baptist Church, 124 21st Avenue, Seattle. And Reverend Dr. Robert L. Jeffrey Sr. will be the keynote speaker there. So that's Juneteenth in Seattle, which is actually going to be the 14th for this thing. And there's more Juneteenth information coming up right here.
Next Thursday is Juneteenth at the Jimi Hendrix Park and the National African American Museum. They're adjacent to each other. All day into the evening, there's going to be live music, vendors, food trucks, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Next Thursday, go to summerofsoulseries.org or just go on the Search website and just do Juneteenth. But it's going to be at the Jimi Hendrix Park and our African American Museum next Thursday. Starts about 11, goes to about 8.
Okay, there you have that. Don't pretend like you don't know Jimi Hendrix. Tuesday, the 17th, is going to be the weekly Tuesday at the VA. Join veterans, healthcare workers, and union members and get out to the VA in Beacon Hill, 1660 South Columbian Way. Well, you know it's there at the kind of by the intersection of Beacon and Columbia Way. Get out there from 3 to 6 p.m. every Tuesday. Support veterans, support VA workers, support us, basically. And then Friday is the rally at DHS headquarters at Tukwila, 12500 International Boulevard in Tukwila. Abolish ICE. Close DHS, but abolish ICE. And
Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE!
abolish ICE.
Abolish ICE!
Abolish ICE.
Abolish ICE!
Abolish ICE. Okay, thanks. That's the schedule. Oh, and coming up, just so you can start putting it on your schedule, Sunday, June 29th at 11 a.m., Seattle Pride Parade, 4th Avenue downtown. Even if you don't go every year, go this year, you know what I mean? Let's just all go. And okay. Yes.
Hello, my name is Frank, and I'm a giant puppeteer. That's fine. You may also have seen the Tank-Ass Chainsaw Massacre, Elon with a chainsaw that I brought out to various events. Please come tomorrow at Cali Embassy, where you can see this guy. I don't know if I'll be wearing him, but I'll be near him. And what I'm really here for is to recruit. Next Saturday, June 21st, at the Fremont Solstice Parade, I'm going to have King Midas here and the Tech Ass and a big ice cube, and they're going to be chasing all the targets of Musket and Trump, which includes immigrants, federal workers, students, doctors, lawyers, judges, whatever, you name it. Anybody who's not a white male billionaire. So what I'm recruiting for, one is people to carry the puppets, because I can't carry all three of them. Two is people to be chased by the puppets, and then the people are going to get together, organize, hold hands, and face down the puppets. And we're going to take a step forward, the puppet's going to back up. And we're going to do that a couple of times, and then the puppets are going to turn and face each other and start fighting, and people are going to walk on. And then the puppets are going to notice that the people have walked on, and they're going to repeat the cycle. So we'll go down the parade route repeating this skit. So anybody who wants to help with the skit, I've got lots of different roles, and you can probably think of new ones that need filling. But we have various costumes that we put them on. Students in cap and gown. We got a chemist's outfit with a beaker and a lab coat. We have doctor scrubs. We got all kinds of things. And you can make more down at the Fremont Arts Council, which is where I'm building this stuff. That's so if you want to be at the parade, please come and see me. And if you can't to me, if you can get to at the 3rd and Leary at 11 o'clock on the 21st, we'll run through it, we'll put you in a costume. So please come and help us make fun of these idiots.
Thank you, Frank. So everybody that wants to march in the Fremont Parade, and I know you all do, see Frank. If you get there to Leary and 3rd and Leary, you said, on the day at 11 a.m., see Frank. Be a puppet, flee a puppet. Okay, any other announcements?
I'm out here live streaming all the events that are happening. If you can do me a favor by sharing the videos so your voices are heard. It's Eric the Dream Giver on YouTube. So just go to my channel and hit the subscribe and share.
Eric the Dream Giver. Okay, music.
Don't forget your words.
Okay, this mic is on. We got this one. Let's have that one too. My name is Susan Clark, and I'm here with some colleagues from the Seattle Labor Force. We're going to lead a few songs, some of which you all probably know already and can sing with us. The first one starts out with "We shall not." We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for our country. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for our country. We shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We will protect our neighbors. We shall not be moved. We will protect our neighbors. We shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We back the Constitution. We shall not be moved. We back the Constitution. We shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall all be free and we shall not be moved. We shall all be free and we shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not. We shall not. We shall not be moved. We shall not. We shall not be moved just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. And I'd like to try a little. Go ahead. I'd like to try a little chant with you now. I cue you, and then you yell another line back. And your cue is not now, not later, and your line is no king, no dictator. Not now, not later. No king, no dictator. Not now, not later. No king, no dictator. Not now, not later. No king, no dictator. Perfect. Perfect. There's a song called "Lead with Love," and it has a chorus that you sing twice. And then I will give you a cue line and you sing it back to me. It's call and response. So let's test some time. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Again, gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Lift up
All right, thank you guys for coming. Yeah, make sure you guys all like, subscribe, share the video. Let these voices be heard. And be free to leave a comment, even if you don't like what these people are doing. You guys can also support that in the comments. You guys are welcome to support whatever you guys want for. You need all you guys out here. Yeah, we all need money out here. Yeah, you haven't got any super chats this whole donation, whole live stream.
Oh, hey, you guys, there's a money jar, money can over here that'll allow us to keep putting stuff together and maybe get this big sound system, etc. And it's right here. So,
we take
beneath me to talk about money. We take cash checks from Venmo, but I wouldn't dirty my hands with filthy liquor. Thank you, Anti-Fascist Marching Band. Thank you, Labor Chorus, for singing our national anthem. Our next speaker, a surprise appearance by Charles Douglas. Oh, here he is.
If you guys want to give a super chat, support me being out here filming, that'd be amazing.
Putting this together, they give us sort of a sanctuary every morning, every Friday morning before we come up here to get this going, and it's really important. And
or at least
they
share the
actually
video.
have day jobs where they do really important work.
Hey guys, what's going on? What is up, y'all? My goodness, I'm gonna sit down for a second, y'all. Oh man, it's it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a lot of energy, but sometimes it's too much. This is the calm before the storm. That's right. There's a little fun here. We'll be here to Common Power will be marching tomorrow, starting at Cal Anderson all the way down on the table at Seattle Center. We'll be wearing these things right here that hopefully are self-explanatory. But Common Power is an organization that is not just about one moment. I think that I learned a lot from history, from the Civil Rights Movement, and we've all seen the videos, we've heard the speeches, and I think that we identify change in the movement with speeches. And so tomorrow there'll be some speeches, and maybe I'll speak. I'm speaking right now. But the real power in this movement is not from well-dressed, fancy people on microphone. It's not from single days like the one we all participated in tomorrow. It's from ongoing, enduring protests and movements from people like y'all. It's from the people in the crowd who say, I'm gonna be there today, I'm gonna be there tomorrow, I'm gonna be there the next day, and you don't even know who I am. And that doesn't even fucking matter, because I'm here with my people and we're fighting together. That is how we're gonna win. So my message today on the eve of one of the biggest days in the movement against this fascist government is that it's not about one day. It is not about one person. It is not about a good fucking speech. It's about real people doing real work every day and putting your feet to pavement. That's what it's about. So yes, participate tomorrow. Invite people out. It's a good catalyst for new people, get new folks fired up in the movement, and that is cool. But if you go away the next day, it doesn't matter. You gotta be there after the cameras are gone. You gotta be after the online signups are gone, after the social media posts are gone, after all the cloud chasers are gone, after all the megaphones are gone. The real ones are still gonna be out there. And that's what we're about. That's why I come here every Friday. That's why I back up people like Patrick and other folks who are here doing the work every single week. Because a sustained effort is what the movement's about. I'm gonna leave you with this history lesson. This Common Power is not just about the moment that we're in today, but we walk in the footsteps of the people before us. I say this all the time, so maybe you heard this before. Rosa Parks didn't get up from her seat in 1955. Montgomery bus boycott. The Voting Rights Act, Bloody Sunday, happened in 1965. That's an entire decade of people fighting for their rights and not getting them. A decade of fighting. Fighting and losing, and fighting and losing, and fighting and losing, and fighting and losing. And then finally winning after a decade. You don't need change tomorrow. You don't need change in a year in order to sustain. You need to fight like you're not gonna win. Because when we fight like we're not gonna win, we can fight for forever. Until we die. That's what I need right now. I need people who are here for the long haul. Okay? So if you're with me, if you're with the people who organize this every Friday, then let's do it, y'all. Show up tomorrow and show up every day after that. Let's go.
Charles, thank you. Thank you so much to Common Power for everything that you're doing to support us being out here. All right, so we have so much going on this week, so much happening in the next couple days. I know that folks can take photos of our oncoming and incoming and upcoming events, so please feel free to share that with more friends, okay? And then we also have a couple more folks that are here to share with us. But I also want to give a shout out. I think Patrick mentioned last week we had Dr. Reverend Kelly Brown who came to share. And in her own words, I'd like to tell you that what are we doing here? We are watching. Are we watching? Yeah. We are watching. Yeah. We are but give a welcome to Dean.
Yesterday, on my lunch break at my shitty old job, I was scrolling on my phone and I saw a picture of an old friend of mine that I had not seen in quite some time, and he was not getting married, and he was not buying a house. He wasn't having a birthday party. Yesterday I saw a picture of an old friend. His name is Alejandro with his hands in cuffs behind his back, because yesterday, June 12th, at 6 in the morning in East LA, just down the street from Ruben F. Salazar Park, a historic location in the Chicano liberation movement, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, the FBI, and the National Guard raided his home and arrested him. The crime that the government claims Alejandro has committed is to hand out face masks to protect his brothers and sisters, Chicanos, Mexicanos, Central Americans, the immigrants, workers, and oppressed people of Los Angeles from the rubber bullets and the tear gas of the Los Angeles Police Department. As they resisted ICE in their community, I am a member of the Seattle Alliance Against Racism and Political Repression, and I am here to tell you today that Alejandro has done nothing wrong. I'm here to say, and I want you to say it with me, protesting is not a crime!
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 I have already seen a lot of lies and propaganda being spread on the internet about Alejandro, so I'm going to tell you the truth about him. Alejandro was not wearing those combat pants and those boots because he bought them at a store. He was wearing those pants because, like many working class Chicanos, he served in the United States Marines. And now the government that he has served has put him in jail because he defended his co-workers, his friends, and his neighbors. Defend themselves against police repression. Alejandro is a shining example of love and solidarity among the people. When I met him 3 years ago, we were both Teamsters fighting for justice on the shop floor. And the love and solidarity that Alejandro demonstrated in our contract fight is the same love and solidarity that Alejandro has been showing on the front lines in the streets of Los Angeles. Alejandro showed great courage on June 3rd when he and his organization, the Centro CSO, an affiliate of the National Alliance Against Racism and Political Repression, united the people and drove the ICE agents out of Boyle Heights. Alejandro showed great courage day after day as the struggle in LA intensified, as they started letting tear gas into the streets, as they started arresting people because they were trying to break the movement to end ICE terror. Through his actions and his courage, Alejandro gave meaning to the old slogan, and I'm going to want you to say it with me. He gave meaning to the slogan, dare to struggle, dare to win, dare to struggle,
Dare to win!
dare to struggle.
Dare to win!
Alejandro dared to struggle because he knows that the people have the hour to stop these ICE attacks. And while I cannot tell you if Alejandro had a warm dinner last night, and I cannot tell you if his mattress was soft, or if the feds gave him a pillow for his head, what I can tell you today, that Alejandro is a Chicano hero. Alejandro is a working class hero. Alejandro is a freedom fighter. Alejandro has done nothing wrong. Alejandro is not saying a word to the FBI. And I know that if we all work together, and if we get organized, and if we fight back, that Alejandro will be free. Because he has fought for justice, and we are fighting for justice. And we are all united here today. to continue that struggle, and we're going to escalate it throughout the weekend, and we're going to escalate in the days and weeks and months to come. My call to action for everyone here today is to join any of the organizations that we are standing with to build this struggle, to build this fight back against ICE terror and against political repression. In particular, I'm calling upon you to join the Seattle Alliance as we fight against these raids, against this repression, for the community control of the police. I am asking you today to go to Venmo and message at Centro CSO, that is CENTRO CSO, to donate to the legal fund to defend Alejandro Oriano. And I'm here today to tell you that it is right to rebel, that we must all fight to free Alejandro Oriano, that we must fight to get his charges dropped, and we must continue the struggle to end these ICE attacks.
As a volunteer, and they are going to share a little bit about that with us today. So let's give Remy a warm hand.
Remy!
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Remy, that's my name, and I work on a rescue response team in Seattle. And as a volunteer, another thing that we're doing besides just working on the streets, identifying where ICE is, and being there for our neighbors who are being kidnapped. As volunteers, we are also inside the federal building, working with Northwest Immigrant Rights Project to help the people who are coming in for their immigration appointments. They are people. They are not the criminals that is being lied about and all the propaganda in the news that you are hearing. They are showing up for their court appointments, seeking asylum, part of their immigration process that they are already involved in, legally going through the measures to be part of this country and to get out of very dangerous situations in other places. And as volunteers, we are in there to support and to protect and to bear witness to the violence and injustice that is happening inside this building. And over these last few weeks, we've been there to make sure that they know their rights, to make sure that we are there to understand why they have been called in, and to identify who is vulnerable and high risk of being detained that day. The team works to help minimize or decrease their chance of being detained, and in those cases, and in all cases of people coming in for their immigration hearing, we are there to talk with them, make sure they know their rights, but also just to sit with them while they're in the waiting room outside the courtroom, while they're crying, while they are so scared, holding on to their children because they don't know what is going to happen. We're there to tell them what to expect and what we think is going to happen for them. For the cases that we identify that are going to be detained that day, the team and the attorneys, they work to try and help minimize that, but then we also let them know what to expect. We have their names, we hold their phones and their personal items as they're taken away. We go into the courtroom with them so they don't stand alone. Because they're there alone. They're there with their children. Most of them don't speak English, and barely any of them have representation. And so we will sit in the courtroom and we will take notes and we document the court decisions. And for the cases in which who are being detained, ICE is standing outside the courtroom to haul them off. I can't tell you how much I want to throw my voice and my body between them and ICE, desperately wanting everybody that's around to lock arms so that we can be a barricade for them. But we're there to bear witness. I haven't thrown my body between them in those cases, and which is so bad. It's so hard to be in there in those situations. And where we go from there in the documentation of everybody, NERC and other organizations work to make sure that their names are not lost so that we can find them and help them where they are and where they get taken. And bearing witness is not enough. To taking their name, holding their phone, it's not enough. We all need you out here doing more. Doing more. This, we need to today honor and recognize the work that has been done this week for the people that have been showing up and blocking ICE from getting out of the building. It has worked. It has deterred and delayed ICE from being able to take detainees out. And guess what? ICE has not shown up the last 2 days. They have not been here. This is what we need to be doing. We need to be doing this now. We need to be doing this out on the street. We need to be protecting our neighbors and our communities and standing up for each other and standing up together.
All them fascists are bound to lose if we keep on showing up and keep on fighting for our neighbors, for our communities, right? All them fascists, were they? Bound to lose. Those fascists, they are? Bound to lose. The fascists are? Bound to lose. Bound to lose. Now, let's hear from the United Fascist Marching
You fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose.
Bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. I've got the microphone and I've got something to say. I'm sick of their lies that happen every day, and I say lose. Get out of town. All you fascists bound to lose. Fascists bound to lose. spoke about the No Kings Defiant thing, but here's the Defiant singer himself.
Hi, I'm somebody who's available tomorrow, and hopefully if you're available earlier, before the big rally, you can be part of singing to get more people who are coming off the light rail system to sing with us. And I'll tell you in a moment a song that we can sing that's about ice.
Let's sing it, brother.
But I wanted to say that the No Kings Defiance Sing is sponsored by the Seattle Street Choir, which is basically anybody that has a voice. Do you have a voice? You might not think you have a singing voice, but we're going to find out here. All right. So by the Peace Poets, this is the shortest song that we'll sing tomorrow. And it goes like this. This is for our families who are locked inside. This is for our families who are locked inside. We'll hear you. This is for our families who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. I'll sing it down. This is for our families who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Let me hear you now. This is for our families who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. A little louder. This is for our families who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. I got leaflets. I'll come if you're available tomorrow morning. I'll give you one.
Alright, we got one more person here to share with us today. They are a volunteer with the International League of People Struggles. Alright, they're going to share a little bit about how we need to keep on organizing. There is nothing more important. As one federal worker said on a previous Federal Women Friday event, we need to organize as if our lives depend on it. Because they probably do. Right? All right, thank you. All right, give it a warm round of applause.
When we fight, when we fight, when we fight. Thank you. ILPS, the International League of People's Struggle, is a global alliance of grassroots organizations building a mass movement around the world against imperialism, our common enemy. Migrants are getting detained in broad daylight, left to rot in overcrowded cells, and deported abroad to high security prisons. SPD is cracking down. They're banding together with law enforcement of all different stripes, ensuring that Trump can carry out his fascist policies. Trump himself is riding a wave of discontent fed by decades of failure by the ruling class to address the people's needs. Millions of people are working multiple jobs, have massive debt for trying to secure their right to basic needs like healthcare and education. This is not sustainable. The cracks in the system are showing, but that people are being tricked into thinking that migrants are at fault. Shame! Migrants are being blamed for the crimes of US imperialism. The US is bombing and sanctioning and destabilizing countries around the world in its quest for global domination. No corner of the earth can be left untouched. Every mine, every plantation, every factory is an opportunity for profit. And when people are forced abroad to escape these sweatshops, these dire conditions, they are branded as criminals. You think people want to leave their homes, want to leave their families behind? Of course not. They are forced abroad. They are forced abroad in search of a better life, a better future, and when they get here, they're rounded up by these white supremacists roaming the halls up here in the federal building in their ugly ass gators and being tossed into the detention centers down in Tacoma. Shame! So what are we going to do about it? We have to rely on the power of the people. It is the people that have trained up their neighborhoods to know their rights. It is the people who have kept ICE out of their communities. It is the people who have freed Auntie Lynn from ICE prison last month. The people that will defend our communities, and it is the people that will ultimately free themselves from this system. Because we know it's not just ICE, right? Trump and the system he represents, they're benefiting from our desperation. They're plundering the land for their profit, causing the conditions for people to migrate in the first place and to face the state violence here. We won't stand for that. So we have to organize ourselves. Whether it's a community defense network in your union, or at your church, your major at school, we need to build up.
People united will never be
defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. That's what I say in Spanish. El pueblo unida jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. What else? Chica la migra! 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 But we are also here to support the federal workers in this building who do valuable work for our community. And we also have a message for them. Sandy's going to help me with that message.
Here's our tradition every week. So we've lost a little of our crowd, which means the rest of us need to double down. And this is how it goes. Stand strong, federal workers. 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 Thank you everybody for being here once again. As we heard from Charles and the other speakers, this is a movement. We are here every Friday, except for 4th of July, I believe. And we are at the Veterans Hospital up on Columbia Way. We've started Tuesdays. It's a big window, 3 to 6 p.m. We catch the shift change and we catch people going home from work. So we've gone, just like we started here with, 3 people in January. You saw over 100 people today. At the Veterans Hospital, we started with 10, 15 the next week, 20. So we need you there. We need you to send your friends there who are only able to come after work. And we have a couple people here. I've seen them. Raise your hands if you've been to one of the Veteran Hospital events. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, other folks who are here. Thanks. Vince, I think Vince is here. There he is. Thank you, Vince.
All right, so this movement is about everyone pulling together. We need people at the Veterans Hospital. We need people at Immigration Court. We need people showing up all over. We also have folks showing up at the universities. We have students that are fighting and learning how to fight. And I have a speaker here, Val, from the UW Students for Democratic Society student group, and they're going to share what they're up to. Thank you.
Today, from LA to Seattle, our schools, workplaces, and communities are under threat by ICE and its collaborators. Trump's fascist government continues to squeeze and constrict and restrict us on multiple fronts. We cannot let them win. We must continue taking steps, defending and fighting back against these fascistic attacks. When human rights are under attack, what do we do? When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? That's right. And just a few days ago, Seattle did exactly that. We stood up and we fought back. We were able to completely prevent any ICE vans from leaving the federal building. Additionally, the ICE has not returned to this building since. This was a huge win for Seattle. This directly reduced and prevented harm on our city and our citizens. Furthermore, just yesterday, we received a tip that ICE had been spotted in the U District. STS and union members rapidly mobilized to verify it, and we were able to confirm that no ICE had been spotted, and we put that information out to the community as soon as possible. And while we can celebrate these wins and these quick responses, we must remember this is just the beginning. Oppression is quick. We mustn't let ourselves grow complacent, nor can we grow paranoid. I want to teach you all something really quick here. It's the SALUTE acronym. When you're reporting ICE or police activity, remember this acronym. Ready? Repeat it after me. Size. Size. Activity. Activity. Location. Location. Unit. Unit. Time. Time. And equipment. Equipment. Remember these, document these. These are the steps of what we gotta document. We also must continue this fight. In doing so, we must prioritize sustainability. We are in the struggle for the long fight. We cannot let this flame of revolution fizzle out early. We cannot afford to become burned out. We cannot afford to give up. We cannot afford anything less than victory. We all have a role to play here. We must build up the infrastructure and the systems necessary to keep up this fight. I want everyone here to ask ourselves, what do I need to continue this fight? What does my community need? What does my organization need? What do we need to continue this fight over the next hours, days, weeks, months, and even years? This means the small things, ensuring we eat, get enough sleep, ensuring we find the joy in the face of despair and oppression, doing everything we can to take care of ourselves so we are physically and mentally ready for tomorrow's fight. This could mean building up networks within and amongst organizations, dividing up work, relying on each other, helping each other, building response teams. This could mean uniting with other organizations and unions, communities to support and strengthen each other's causes. And this means being strategic with our targets, ensuring our energy we put towards our actions will have big impacts. We can shut this building down. We can target other locations, ICE offices, city council, SPD, the National Guard. Our fight isn't just against this building. It's against every force of reaction targeting our communities. On the UW campuses, we've been organizing in the UW Rapid Response Coalition with faculty, grad students, and rank and file union members to win concrete protections for immigrants and international students, and to demand no ICE on campus. And I know we can grow beyond this on the UW campus and beyond this building here in the weeks and months ahead. This is what I task with everyone here, every one of you here today. We must make our actions sustainable and strategic for the long fight. So when the fascists show up tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month, or even next year, we will be ready. This is our city, so let's fight like hell. And we will not stop. We will never stop. Not until we shut down every detention center. Not until immigrants have full protections. Not until ICE is abolished. Not until abortion is protected. Not until trans health care is protected. Not until education is free of bigotry. Not until our institutions are diverse. Not until our students and workers and protesters are protected. Not until imperialism is stopped. Not until Palestine is free. Not until racism, sexism, transphobia, xenophobia, and bigotry is no more. Not until we end oppression for everyone. And until there is justice, we will not give them peace. No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Thank you!
Independent newspaper that's printed here locally. It's one of the most independent, non-biased newspapers there is. It's real change. Real change. And I'm also have a YouTube channel that's live stream. If you guys can share and support the live stream,